Hello. It has been a long time. Well, I guess not too crazy long, but we're here. I just had to tidy the room. I had all these patterns going on the floor, and I was really trying to find Mirko's boot patterns um, for the foam because that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to cut the foam out and at least get it primed with the Flex Bond and get it painted because we finally found the missing pieces we needed for my airbrush, and we got it going a couple of days ago. We, as in my fiance and I, feel like. So really happy. We went to like a whole bunch of little like machine shop stores. I took him to Princess Auto, and he's like, I've never been here before. And I was like, they have so many awesome things like spray tip guns, accessories, compressors, you know, like things you would find in your garage and stuff, but they're just like an alternative, you know, place to buy them instead of Canadian Tire all the time. So we found some great things for great prices. So all we needed was like this tiny little adapter to fit with my one hose. The other hose I have is I guess, like, you know, airbrush compressors, I guess their size, I don't know, I'll just like throw a number, like I guess they're like size 5 to size 5, you know, the input output. And my compressor fits all of that with the airbrush. Everything's the same size, but the hose that I have is was broken on one end, which is why I was able to get it for a great sale way back when. So I got that $200 airbrush for $50 at Canadian Tire because the hose was broken and someone returned it, and I'm like, yes. But I had my backup hose that I'm pretty sure I bought from Princess Auto before, way back in BC. So here in Quebec, they did not have like the legit hose itself, which I was sure that they did, which is why we went, but they did have the little like size adjuster. So like one end is like a size 5 or like all the perfect sizes that goes to everything, and then the other one is like a whole lot bigger. So we need something to screw in to make it the same size to fit into the machine itself. So it works. We thought that there was a bit of an air leak, but I'm pretty sure that's just how the machine breathes, if I remember correctly, because in college we did makeup airbrushing, and I thought it was pretty normal. But anyway, the gun shoots. It's awesome. I don't think I'll be able to spray paint a little bit today, but we're definitely going to cut out the pieces. I am following a pattern from Kompatsu Cosplay, and I did successfully complete my outfit before. And I did go to a convention, and I did get to compete in it, and it was all amazing. Nothing broke, fell apart, or anything, but I did not test my outfit before wearing it the day of. I just kind of made everything, wore everything individually, and I'm like, okay, they're great, and let's just pray and they'll work out. By the time I got to my girlfriend's place in Toronto, I had to hot glue gun and contact cement, finish the shoes, make them wearable for the day. It was kind of a little hectic, but it all came together. However, when I returned and washed everything, because it was so damn hot and I sweat like a mofo, the wash destroyed all the purple bled into the white of the suit. So I have like a lavender looking Mirko suit now. And I'm like, great, now I have to rebuild the whole damn thing. So I chose a whole different purple to go with it all. It'll be a purple that works. And we all know with anime, like, they always have to change, like, or, you know, make things defy gravity so much. And like, so many things in real life could match what they're wearing. You know, they never tell you if they're wearing satin or silk or something stretchy, jersey or flowy, you know what I mean? Half the time, like, nothing in anime is ever fucking translucent. Everything is opaque as fuck, so it's always hard to think of like some thin ass cotton that's not going to be see-through, which is absolutely impossible. Anyway, who cares? Half the shit you'll always end up wearing is something stretchy, which is difficult to sew, but it can come with a nice result, but be a pain creating it in the process. Just gonna grab some pictures here. Upload a picture to what we're doing and what we're talking about. So, image source. Here we go. And I will get Mirko on the screen for those who don't know Mirko. Pictures, cosplay references, because you always need a you always need a document to kind of organize your things. Mirko, yeah, there were like a lot of things I had to readjust for this outfit. Hi. Hi, baby. Hello, baby. I'll put her over here. You guys can see her. I think it looks great. I don't think my chat box is working. Ciao! How's it going? I really am hoping to do a little bit of D2 at the end of this stream, so I want to at least do like 3-4 hours of crafting a bit here. Okay, maybe I'll bring her here. Hopefully she won't be in the way. You guys, I don't have a second camera to really like second show or like show things close up or in detail. Yes, you can use a cell phone as a camera way over there, but I'm pretty sure I have to have it plugged into the computer because my motherboard does not have Bluetooth and it cannot connect. So yeah, my morning's great. It's amazing. How is your morning? Tell me. I hope work has not been too exhausting. Okay, let me get this picture. Okay, so we got some two good pickies here. This is who we're creating today. And I want to start with the boots. I hope that could be seen okay. And I want to show a picture of what I successfully did. How I cosplayed it. I only had like 2 pictures, which really sucked. People were insane about this. I was stopped probably every 3 seconds to take a picture. In the blazing heat, I really tried to avoid walking outside though because it was so freaking hot. It was absolutely horrible. Okay, gotta go back in here again. I'm happy my magnetic lashes are working today. Okay, where's my full body? I have a full body pic. I was kind of being a dum-dum outside. Ooh, she's back. That is so massive. You gotta love a little cell phone pic, you know. Should I Okay, we're not gonna use this one. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I have a cropped, already a cropped version. Call me Mirko. Cause it's me. It's me. Here we go. Okay, not gonna lie. When I was on the buses, I smacked these fucking ears on everything. It was genuinely painful. It was really freaking painful the entire time. Oh, look at that. Baby me, the same size as everybody. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, I love the purple that I chose. It was awesome, but the purple we got today is a little more like this one. It's a little lighter, but it's already stretchy. I think it'll work. The bodysuit, crazy upset about this. I really didn't like this crease here from my leggings. It was not nice, so. Hey, I love it when work is slow. I applied to Scotiabank. I applied to Scotiabank to work at home online, so I really hope I get a position that can, you know, work well in this because I'd rather work Fabricville on the weekends. It is getting hard and challenging for me. I have dedicated my life to retail, I swear to God, like years ago. And I just can't keep doing retail anymore. I am overqualified for this job. But the language barrier is making it a little challenging, and I'm just too tired. I'm like in my brain too tired to be like going to work and having to fucking calculate a sale for adults who can't seem to know how to go shop on their own. So I'm tired of it. And when I say adults, I mean like we are 40 plus. They have been living on this earth 50 years longer than me, and I'm so fucking tired of it. They act like they've never walked into a store before. And I'm tired to have to think extra, you know? And like French, as hard as it is, I failed math my entire life, okay? And the last thing I want to fucking do is do math in another language, okay? So when numbers are flying up and out, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm tired. I need it to end, so I want to reduce my hours there. My hours were 20 hours a week, and that was pretty good. And that's the minimum I need for any basic, you know, health coverage. That would be awesome right now, because the back is in pain, dental needs to be done. And now I've suddenly seen my hours go up to 30, and I'm like, okay, yes, we have the ambition to be manager here, but this, no, absolutely not. Not while I'm like the only English person here, so stop. But yeah, so that's the future they see for me, but not for me. I've been sick as well. Sorry, so if I'm coughing and like sounding like shit. It my lungs so bad. It was not COVID, it was straight up just a cold. Like the worst one you can get. And yeah, it's really like sat me on my ass. Been sick for like this entire week. It's gonna linger around a lot longer, I know it. Okay, so these are all the things I wanted to talk about. So I got the pictures up. We're making this. I found the foam feet. We're gonna have to change how we made it. So let me go get you the shoes that I did create. Sadly broke one, which really sucked. I broke one foot running for the bus. If I could forget any faster that we're living in real life here, running for the bus really just slapped the reality on my fucking feet. I was so pissed off. So here, I'm putting my earphones in because I want to listen to the music. So I created my feet like these. Okay, so the way that Kenpatsu Cosplay made these were definitely like worthy to wear in the house. Okay, specifically, no, you cannot wear this outside. So this is the one I broke. So we'll go to the one that survived because one foot's bigger than the other, people. Okay, so this was the foot we made. Okay, based off of like the pattern she had going on. So the heel is actually has a lot more going on. There's like 2 layers, a little bit of depth to this. So this is why I really wanted to get my paintbrush machine working. If you can see all the cracks in there, we used an aerosol spray can, and it was like the dumbest thing to do, of course. Anyway, this is my first time like painting foam, doing anything with foam. So this project was pretty big, or like, you know, fabric covering foam. This is broken now. I'm never going to do this again, especially not with like this kind of fabric. I do not want to cover my foam in fabric. That was just, I mean, for small tedious pieces like this, with the airbrush, it is so fast to paint. So I am not going to waste my time ever doing that again. So for this, we're going to remake these. I do like how the color turned out. I mean, they're not as crazy shiny, but I think for the toes, I really want them shiny. And for the, of course, the cover, you know, the, what do you call this? I guess the width, the foot width attachment. You know, when your shoes are wide, you know, I'm a wide set foot, but yeah, I think that's what you would call these. I don't know. I'm gonna name it that. And then the heel cap here, I'm going to paint them the same color as the toes, so they're all gonna be shiny, but with my matte finish, it makes them a little more dull. So it'll give me that 2-tone gradient. I guess like her toes are supposed to be a little more like white, or maybe like a pearl. So actually, maybe I'll make them a pearl, you know, because I mean, that would make sense, right? These are your bunny feet, right? Go with the whole white bunny look. So what I ended up doing was layers of foam here, thin layers, and glued them all together with contact cement, cut out the shape of my foot to make like a flip-flop base. When I was following the pattern that she had going for the toes, they made them all as like an individual like tube, you know, like a whole block. So it felt like my feet were going into like 4 straws. But then she ends up cutting and hollowing out all the pieces on the sides, and I thought to myself, this is so redundant to have to cut out like this. I want to make it so that these are actual functional shoes. So we're gonna change, we're gonna make sure we don't cut out some of the sides to these, so I'm not wasting foam, and they all are going together anyway. That creates me like that nice hole slit for my feet to go in, you know. That's what we ended up doing. I was very upset with this because there's holes and stuff. So what I am going to do is at the dollar store, I will buy cheap flip-flops just so that I have a thick sole to work with. I will glue the entire thing as like an open foot base, pretty much. And then with the sock itself, what I didn't like is like I had to contact cement this in, and that means I can't wash my fucking leggings, right? So I am going to make Velcro bases for the bottom, so the shoes will just be Velcro. It'll just be stuck, you know, together, and it will stick. It will hold. It'll be awesome. Sweat won't destroy it, and I can remove the shoe as like a separate shoe, you know, and with the flip-flop base, it's easy to kind of just wipe with some wipes, and I can put them back in the, you know, the closet. They'll be easy to store and not too crazy about outside. I will definitely only ever wear this on a dry day, you know, so I go to a convention again and I'll have functional shoes. These pieces were foam wrapped in fabric and glued, which came out really nice and worked out really, really awesome. I used push tack pins. I bought these nice ones a while ago, and I just cut out like half the depth in the foam to make it look like I'd half the piece sticking out. I'm gonna do this again, but I am gonna stick with these with Velcro, or at least snaps, because I want to be able to wash these leggings. You know, that ass sweats. I want to make sure all my outfits can be washed. So, you know, a lot of cosplayers, they'll buy their outfits because they know they can wash them after, rewear them. A lot of people who make costumes don't make them to wash. So, as like an example, I'm sure Kamui Cosplay, right? Svetlana and Benny, they made their Beto cosplay, and that took months. At least 2 months. Big 2-month crunch time. And, you might have to reiterate what I said if I said something very fast. Oh, I guess the ass sweats, right? That's it. Yeah. Well, I sweat when I game, man. Isn't that so sad? I literally sweat while I'm gaming. So it's believable. The ass sweats. Yeah, for Kamui Cosplay's Beto outfit, she said that she's like will only wear it one day, and that Genshin wanted them to wear it for 8 days, right? And she said, hell no. I'm only gonna have the energy to wear this once. Why did you get energy? Oh my god. Thank you both for being here so much. No, I appreciate it. Well, I'm happy to give y'all a laugh. Funny. But it's the truth. The truth is fucking funny. So, yeah, with her Beto outfit, you know why she was only gonna wear it one day? Because she was gonna sweat like a motherfucker in that thing, and she wouldn't have been able to wash it, because half the stuff that she did, she didn't, like, she says she's not a very competent sewer, and in that respect, like, all the things that she put together, that the half of it was glue. Glue will be resilient to the wash only a few times. She will have to, like, be very delicate in washing that, but, basically the things she put together would not survive in the washing machine. Even on Gentle, that washing machine tumbler is a murderer. So I know exactly what that's like. But all of my cosplays, I really want to make them like they're concrete, you know. I really want to make them indestructible. I want to make sure if someone ever commissions me to make them a piece, that it can be cleaned, or how to clean it, or at least the insides can be removed to be clean that are a part of it. So like if someone asks me for some forearm piece, you know, we're gonna be sweating, forearm sweat all the time, I would want to make an inside layer that at least clasps with the outside layer, so that they can remove the foam, you know, tidy it up the way they want to, and then on the inside at least they could throw the bracer in the wash and they don't have to worry about it. It's just the lining on the inside to complete the piece, you know, to make sure that the piece, or like the armor or the thing that we want to see, is never damaged, pretty much. Okay, so let's get into the cutting. I found the pieces. They're over there. I didn't put the fabric away. This is my huge piece of foam. Huge. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to cut it on this side because I don't have my cutting mat. I'm so sorry. Yeah, at some points in this, I'm going to have my back turned straight up. Yeah, so what we are going to end up doing, so I had to go to Bureau en Gros in French, which is Staples. Bureau of things, you know, the office things. That's pretty much what it's directly translated in French. Yeah. So with these toe pieces, I had them all printed out the life size that Kinpatsu made them as. And I'm just gonna alter some pieces where, of course, the parts where I'm gonna end up cutting out, I just don't even bother making them. Glue everything together, and prime them, pretty much. So what I did before is I primed each piece individually on popsicle sticks. Like I had the stick like this and the toe on top, and I would prime it that way, right? So I had the full toe, but because I ended up cutting half of it away, it made me very sad. We're not going to do that again. So I'm going to make the whole toe set itself and then prime it. That's what I want to do. So this is what we have to do. So she's kind of made like, you know, the little map. You draw it out, you put your lines together, and you're just pretty much connecting or bending or scoring a little bit and cutting to create your piece pretty much. So what I have is 8mm foam, because that's the only thing that was still in stock to buy a while ago. And as my first thing of foam, it's a soft density foam. And what she did, she used 4mm foam for her toes. And how I ended up doing that with my Mirko feet is I did cut it out of the 8mm, but I cut everything in half after, so I pretty much just doubled the second foot right away. When I did that, I cut them like this, which made it so much harder to actually cut the foam when it was skinny like that. So what I am gonna do, and we end up throwing away the middle piece anyway, so I'm gonna end up making the whole cut and then cutting it in half and then cutting the little square out of it so that everything is even and looks really nice and sharp, and I kind of don't have those weird wobbly lines that start to move when I do cut it, you know, like. Anyway, there were so many little things that I was like freaking out about while I was making it. That was taking up a lot of time, so I want to make it super fast this time. And yeah, we're just gonna draw these out. We're gonna chit chat. I want to know what's going on in everybody's life. And I'm excited to play some Destiny 2 in a few hours. That'll be great. I just don't have a proper setup for streaming a crafting stream. Yeah, I've got everything, but yeah, the fact that I can't connect my phone to be on the other side of the room, very inconvenient. Okay, and I'll have to map all those out. So it's very important to, you know, label what is what when you're doing things. So I will be looking down a lot. Very sorry if I miss a message, but I've got it on the big screen, so I'll be able to say everything you say. Yeah, cutting this was very easy with the it's an X-Acto knife. A lot of people will use the large X-Acto knives, and whether it's larger or smaller, it doesn't change how well it cuts. It doesn't change how sharp the blade is, no nothing. I find it would probably be a lot more difficult to cut very unique pieces or very small pieces with a large knife versus the small knife. So me, since working at Sephora, we all use the small X-Acto knives because we're all dainty and fit. But they have been my favorite ever since working there to open the boxes, because you don't need your blade to be like this big to cut a fucking box. You're gonna cut the shit inside. Have you ever bought a Mr. Noodles package and there's like this perfect fucking slice in it? It's because that motherfucker was box cutter happy. That's what happened. He cut that shit with a huge knife for no reason. So you're welcome. Have some shitty ass Mr. Noodle package. So I really like to use that knife when cutting the foam. It was very easy, and I can kind of hold it like a pencil, which was also really awesome. So I'm just tracing this out with a Sharpie marker, not really caring about much else. So yeah, I made this whole piece, or cut it out as one piece, and she's got score marks that you do have to follow. I am so sad I can't really show in detail exactly how I'm doing this. My next setup, you know, you just need 2 cameras for things like this. So I am very soon going to start a donation goal, pretty much. Donation goal to get up to buying a new camera, because things have to be so mother effing expensive in this world. And I wish I could buy it all by myself, but I genuinely need help, so sorry. Help. Toe cover. There we go. Awesome. And we start with the toes. I got a text message. Let's go check it out. Oh no. Okay, it's time to make an Instagram post that we're live. Doing all these things last minute. I think that's the best part. You just gotta get out there and get it on. Cute little selfie. I'm so happy to actually do my first crafting stream after so long. After so damn long. Here we go. Very cool. Okay. Keep drawing. So we got a toe cover, that's done. I have to find all the C's. And I have to figure out what is the top. Well, I mean, these cutout ones are the top. And one more C, C, D, D, B, B, B. I like how everything is lettered and organized though. Makes this very awesome. Here we go. C. So yeah, some of these I don't need on the side. So this is a top, this is the bottom, and that's what we don't need. Because we're toe number C, I think, okay, I'm gonna lay them all out. I'm gonna lay them all out and kind of show you guys. Well, mentally, y'all know what I'm doing. Okay. And so I'm gonna make it where we have the A side, this side, I think B side. No, I can't have the sides at all. I just want the tops. And I just want the bottoms. And I have to score everything. Yeah, I want the top and the bottom. And the front of the toe. Ooh. Oh, okay, that actually makes life easier. Okay, like this. And like this. Yeah, I didn't think about that till now. Like, or I guess for looking at it. Felix is having an unmotivated day right now. I'm gonna have to send a few texts. Feel AFK. What do you think, Chow? What do you think I should do on Destiny today? Should I do the Crucible? Honestly, without owning any of the DLCs, I really don't think the game is going to make me do much. It's going to make me do old content. Don't want people to get bored. So, really don't know what I should do. Okay, D at the bottom. I need 4. So I'm gonna do this one. Like all of these are like that. Be on the top. They don't need to be on the side. Then A underneath. I hope I got all of that right. Like this. Okay, so let me show you. So, toe 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're making the front, the side, and the underneath for A, and then the same goes for D, and then the 2 is just the tops and bottoms. And then the whole inside will be already hollow and easy for me to do. And the foam is thick enough that it'll create those nice little like toe indents between one another. My Bluetooth disconnected, but that's okay. I pretty much just had it on to make sure that the audio is okay, so people can hear me on max and I'm still loud enough, or halfway and I'm still loud enough. So that's what I wanted, and it worked. I don't want, I think I don't want this thick Sharpie marker. Maybe I'll get rid of all this paper. Oh, good. Well, now that it's in my way. So I'm trying to be very conservative about all of my foam pieces. Trying to use all the close spots that I can. And you never want to throw away your foam. When you get to foam building, you want to save everything. Everyone will tell you this. Or if they don't, they really should. But we pretty much can use the scraps for everything and anything. So like repainting pieces, maybe shredding them up to fill something. For me, I've used my foam pieces to see how the silver was going to work and do some paint testing. That was awesome. And this is to mark out where everything's gonna go. And the dots here indicate where we want to score the foam to create like a flat, I think it's a 45-degree cut to make it have like that bend to it. Oops. Okay, so this D part is done. The C. Very relaxing to do some crafting. I keep flat edges together because if I'm slicing through, it kind of just saves me some time to have to do an extra slice for the other piece. So as long as they are completely flat, very practical to put your pieces together. 4, 2, 6. And when I cut all of these in half after, I will flip them over and label them mirrored on the other side so that I mirror my foot perfectly. Honestly, these feet were almost made so well and identical. I couldn't tell which foot was like the left and the right when I did put them together. So I was kind of in a dilemma. What do we do? I don't think this one's going to fit. It kind of sucks. I wasted a little bit. Flat edge. It's really not that hard to cut curves in foam. Well, at least with the small knife that I told you guys about. Really like it. I guess I want my stream to kind of sound like mental tutorial today. And if you guys don't need it, I'm sorry if it's redundant. But for anyone new who comes around, I do have a follow goal. We made 3 followers last stream. That was super great. Out of 20. I always do like a small follow goal of like 5. I always get people, oops, flowing in. I didn't label that. So I want to just put it back because people are attracted to the follow goal. And I like to follow back and see what they're up to. Makes for a great conversation. Oh my lord, if you guys didn't know, I have to tell you. Baby steps, right? Yeah, right? Okay. So I the last person we streamed with, right? Dick My Butt or Chaos, whatever. He had like 80 names on all this stuff. And he was the one helping us play to get to Plat on the last Apex stream. And talking with him, I interrupted him in another kind of like conversation that I think I really shouldn't have like walked in on, but I did and played a little bit. And then we got into this debate about animated movies, okay? He literally said Monster Hunter was best ass movie, and I mean, I didn't go into challenge to say you're wrong. Monster Hunter, or not Monster Hunter, sorry, Monster House, the animated film Monster House. Okay, it was a great film in its own, but pretty anticlimactic. Like, I remember watching it for the first time when it came out, and I was just like, oh. I wasn't very scared, you know? So I'm like, okay, it's great for anyone else who needed to see that out there, but, you know, I'm not missing out. And we were arguing about, well, I guess not arguing, we were just kind of like throwing facts, you know, and I said, I mean, above all else, it's not the best animated movie. It's probably way down on the list versus every other animated movie out there. There's like 2D animated movies that have made more money than Monster House. So, I mean, that was the point that I was proving, is that it is not the best animated movie. But it did very well because it made the money that it wanted. And, you know, it wasn't a flop. But they weren't, and they had like a very rich cast that was on there. Like, everyone we know was in that cast. So to me, I think that was a very expensive film to make, just straight up. You know, like, you can have Johnny Depp and 3 other people, but the moment, like, 20 people we know, like George Clooney, throw Brad Pitt in there, Angelina Jolie, we have an expensive fucking film. We have to pay all them. You know, so. Anyway, what ended up happening, yeah, C tier, right? Okay, so this is what happened. So, I was like, okay, compared to Happy Feet, you know, Happy Feet made billions, not a couple hundred millions, okay? Like, this is... Like, Happy Feet was 1.2 billion, okay? Versus Monster House with, like, I think the best data, 173 million, okay? Dude, this is, like, beyond, right? And, like, Frozen, I was like, that was 1.6 billion, just to name off a few. How to Train Your Dragon was really awesome. I think that even made more money than Monster House. I'm sure that made the billions as well. The entire franchise did. And I got blocked and deleted. He said, fuck you. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was hilarious. I have never had someone so competent to argue about movies or, you know, talk about them in the first place, because I really grew up becoming a movie critic watching the Oscars with my mom, you know? And then just getting that was like, what? You know, I accepted it. I'll take it. But, you know, I don't think that they were expecting me to, like, holla back, girl. I was gonna have an opinion to say. So, I thought that that was hilarious. Told my coworkers about it. I was just completely shocked. It's so funny. Okay, yeah, so I make big dots just to kind of make this scoring process a little faster. Because I remember I felt like I was drawing these for like 12 hours. Felt so long when I was doing it for the first time. So, I mean, we're still kicking back, relaxing. Big Hero 6, yes! Super slept on those who aren't in the know, for sure. Big Hero 6. Now, they had a very good relationship character story with the two siblings, and I think that that has to be very strong with families nowadays, you know, because my family, everyone has a dysfunctional family, faux show, right? And I think siblings needs to be a lot more, not enforced, but like really, really talked about, really, really loved, and really needs to be shown between, I think, a lot of kids and a lot of generations. Because like people say, oh, family is family, you know, they're my brother, they're like, you know, with me to the end no matter what. But you still have to work on that relationship. You can't control who your brother is born to be or who your sister is born to be, you know what I mean? So, you know, conflicts will arise and real life things will happen, and you can't always be there for them, or they will take away or make a more hindrance out of you than anything else. I'm done talking about one of my brothers. So done. Literally so done. And just the person that they have created themselves or have become is not who my mom rose us to be, you know? And I really love, like, their passion, or, like, I don't know, it made me cry. I think Big Hero 6 was really good with the whole brother connection thing. I think it was really awesome. It's freaking great. Loved it. And I guess, like, watching Cobra Kai right now has been really awesome, too. I've been watching Cobra Kai for a while now. I was waiting on this new season, and they did a great job. Of course, we binged it too fast, so now we gotta wait a whole year for the next show, or next season. But I'm happy. It's like, you know, they really let it up. Obviously, they're gonna do next season, right? But their whole thing was huge, too, with, like, parent relationships, you know? And I feel like not a lot of movies really touch on kids who go searching for their parents, you know what I mean? And, like, maybe there's, like, one or two movie examples like this, but, you know, I don't want to spoil too hard, but was very happy to kind of see, like, Miguel's growth with this, because this is very much relatable to me in my life. And you just have to kind of make that choice. You know, you will never understand why your parents weren't together, but, you know, that still can't stop you from trying to learn a relationship yourself, you know, and make who they are for you, you know? I remember screaming at my father and telling him, I'm done, man. I got everything off my chest. And then the moment I told him, you disrespect my sisters, you disrespect my brothers, you disrespect me and my mother. And then he's like, your mother's a whore. And it was just like, that's all the proof, man. Why do I need you to be my biological father? I don't. You know? And why do I need to sit here and listen to you yammering on about it all day long when you're remarried and still cheating on the new wife you have? So, bye, dumbass. My God. Anyway, love Cobra Kai right now. Very great show. I think they are doing very awesome. Yeah. No, I love it. I'm reading everything you're saying. I love this so much. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's the same thing. Yeah, with friends, you know. I have friends who have been with me since the beginning, and then they just fell off the deep end. You know, they call you the traitor, and you're like, what? Now I don't have friends. What the hell happened to them? What? You know, like things that we would never be so judgmental about before happened to come right out and cut me all of a sudden. Totally don't get it. People change. They don't stay the same. You know, I have changed so much since moving and being here and streaming and just tackling all new things on life, you know? There's some elements that remain the same, but, you know, we change. Change is big. It's crazy. I see some of my other friends changing, you know, along the way, and I look at them from a distance and I'm all like, damn, man, I didn't see that coming. It's almost like an entertaining TV show in itself, you know? And you're just like, keep going, bro. And then you meet new people at their already changed state. You know, you don't know what they were like before. And then you come to be more shocked about what they were like before because you see the change that much more drastically, you know? Ooh, let me tell you guys. I've been playing, so I decided to do the little Xbox Game Pass, you know, for the first month free. Obviously delete it, because fuck that shit. I'm not paying $17 a month. And, we've been playing Fable 2. We played Fable 1, pretty much finished it. Like, the game's extremely glitchy. They did not remake it very well for Xbox One. And, yeah, we pretty much finished it. And we're playing Fable 2. And Fable 2 is a bit of a hot mess. Like, they did some great adds to it, you know, like additions, changing this, changing that, making this do that and everything. That was really awesome. But there's some parts in the fighting that is still so effed up, and just walking around. Oh my god. See, for me, I have people who say they're friends, but then aren't supportive of me and my ambitions. Yeah, don't put any effort in the friendship. I'm just like, why am I even here? Exactly, like, why are we going out for drinks and I'm buying you dinner all the time, and here you are just blabbing about what you have problems with me for, you know? I think a huge issue with the friends that I grew up with, you know, is that I was raised poor, straight up. And this seemed to be some little resentment or like some little judging contest between all my friends. So the moment I did anything like immoral, like pursue a relationship with one of them after high school, it became the end of the world when I said, you know what, I just liked you as your friend. I don't feel shit. I don't feel no butterflies. I don't think you're no special. And as friends, we really shouldn't have done it. And, you know, then it's the end of the world. Like, I'm the one who instigated everything. And it's like, okay, easy to put your blame on this, everybody. Bye. And I really don't like country. Vancouver really loves that country shit, and I do not. I really do not. I'm not about it. There's some country songs that are great, but when everyone is acting like it's the Wild Wild West, a little difficult to sit beside. For me, anyway. For me. There are things we like and there are things we don't like. Yeah. And that's the hardest part, you know. I don't know, ever since I moved and left all these people behind, and none of them have bothered to come and reproach me, you have this unlimited feeling of free, you know? God, I love it. I love walking down the street and nobody knows who the fuck I am here. Absolutely love it. And it's not that I can mask myself, you know, or like, you know, be a certain way and make them think I'm a certain person or anything. You know, I literally just don't have them in my face and going and telling 5 other people, oh my god, I saw her down the street today. And then that person saying, hey, were you here at this location? Someone said they saw you. And I'm like, you bitch didn't say hi? Because you would have known if it was me. Apparently I had like 80 doppelgangers out there. I swear to god, I was getting messages all the time like, are you here right now? And I'm like, I'm at work right now making money, so I can't afford to hang out with you dumbasses. Oh my god, so annoying. I hated getting that. I got that like 12 times from one person within, you know, a few months. They were tripping out like I was following them or something. Well, I'm being very dramatic, but I don't care. It was just dumb. Tired of hearing it. And then you come to realize the government really doesn't give a fuck who you are. Oh, there have been some movies that have been such a bust lately. Like, what, Leonardo DiCaprio and, what's her name? I know her character name. Everest Green? Green Everest? They're in this movie called Don't Look Up, and they were warning everybody about this psycho comet coming to hit the planet because they're oh-so scientist geniuses, and the entire country didn't want to listen to them. And then they're all like, oh, believe me, for marketing and for business, we're gonna extract the meteor and make money off of all of its elements. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, great idea. And then it comes, everything fails, and they're like, well, bye to the human race. Sorry for psyching you out. Okay, so I am done tracing these pieces. And I just have this heel cover. The heel back to make 4 times. And I can't think. I'm gonna go over there and cut them. Yeah, so you guys are gonna see my back for a bit. That's what I was gonna say. Sorry. You know what else we've been playing? PlayStation exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn. Having a lot of fun playing that one. The graphics are so good. We went from Fable 1 into that game for a bit, and then we put that on pause and went to Fable 2. And just, it's been a little messy. A little messy of a gaming transition there, but, wow, that game is beautiful. Beautiful, a little annoying to play, because PlayStation controls, like, for RPG, you know, the only RPG I really ever played on PlayStation was Kingdom Hearts. Okay. Hey, go get some breakfast. Yeah, I'll be here. I think I'm gonna go get some extra coffee if, you know, I'm not boring anybody too soon. And, yeah, fuck. So, we, playing Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation, awesome. Totally love it. But, like, the way you run around, jump, you know, fight, shoot your characters, I'm literally hitting the jump button more than anything on, Alloy. And I'm dodging everywhere instead of just, like, doing a normal sprint. And I totally know, like, clicking your left toggle stick, everyone runs when you do this. You run in Destiny like this, you pretty much run in the new Halo like this, and in every other game. And, I just don't know why I kept fucking it up. Every time. Like, I'm handed the controller and the first thing I do is like jump 8 times, and I'm just like, where am I going? So funny. So we're gonna make these bulkier. I'm almost done.
First, tell me a story.
Yeah, it's gonna be very boring while I sit over there and cut all these pieces out. I hope the music is nice and chill. Yeah, a lot of people are going to New York Comic Con right now. Guess who the hell is in New York? My best friend that I was just talking about, Mimi from Toronto. She is literally in New York right now, and I'm like, oh, I'm seeing her snaps. Not Snap, sorry. I saw her Instagram. Instagram is freaking awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with those. Blade here. These guys. These guys are called artist crafting knives in some places. Yeah, I'm really sad this chat box won't work. I'm gonna see if I can get it working. Chat box. Refresh. Because I would like the chat box to be here, but you know, if it doesn't want to. Fine, be like that. But I do want to get the follow goal, so we're gonna change this here, and I want to copy this. Copy. Oops. Hi. There you go. That is the wrong follow. Remove. Recent follower. Follower strip. Oh, bar follow goal. It's this one. Fuck. This is why I deleted like all my overlays, because I was so confused as to what I had named to what. It was actually so annoying. There we go. Okay, maybe I'll get rid of this chat box color because yeah, it's just not working. Later.
That's
Follow in the background. Hello. Thank you so much. How's it going? Welcome. Hut Armories. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Hello, hello. I just started cutting out my foam pieces on the other side, if you weren't already here for a bit. I don't think the alerts went on, did they? Maybe I'll make them a little quieter. There we go. And I'm gonna refresh that. Did they not come up? Yeah, they're supposed to pop over the anime goils over there. But maybe I'll move it to go here. Over my keychain blangadang. I think the music is still going, right? Yeah. Nice good ass lo-fi. Hi! Always need more chatty people to raid. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I'm really happy at work. Thank you so much. It's so amazing to meet you. Were you doing a stream, or what were you recently crafting? I don't see too much cosplay crafting happening on these makers and crafts, but I really love to see what people are out there making on their spare time, you know? People can braid, like, beautifully. It's great. Yes! Ornstein from Dark Souls. Which one? I think he's in Dark Souls 1. Only in 1, actually. I don't think he comes in Dark Souls 3. I never played Dark Souls 2. Sorry, hate me. It's okay. But I killed the hell of the first game and the last game. So I really want to do an Elden Ring stream. For sure. The first one, yeah. Okay. Wow, that's huge. Oh, he's on his own without smog. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that in Dark Souls 2. Wow, that's awesome. I have Dark Souls outfit I'm definitely gonna do. I've seen someone do Dancer. I was kind of, I don't know. I'll get something nice and going because I really like the veil from her cape. But for sure, what I want to do is Sister Freed from the DLC from Dark Souls 3 because her side looks awesome and her robes look. That would be just such a cool winter outfit to do. So, hell yeah. And I totally want to do a cosplay with bare feet. Not like I'm gonna make it, you know, a way where my feet can be bare, you know. friend of yours is doing Dark Sun Gwendolyn? Oh. Hang on. I'm actually gonna Google that character. Hold on. Look up that one. Oh, where did they pop up? Optimal Boss and Dark Souls. But are they... Oh. Oh, it's just talking about the voice actor on the side here. Are they in Dark Souls too? That's dope. I love that. That is so epic. Is this for a convention coming up soon? Like, what convention are you gonna go to as these characters? Because I feel like this would be so good for Comic-Con. Comic-Con is awesome for just video games, you know, or E3, you know, something like that. Oh my god, entering the TwitchCon cosplay contest. This is so hype. This is you are every dream that I'm working towards right now. Oh my god. Yes. Well, for me, I would do I'm making two Apex cosplays throughout this year. A Lifeline skin and a Loba skin that I have not seen on the internet anywhere that anyone has done. So this I would totally do for TwitchCon. That is so exciting, and you guys were finalists this year. That is so cool. Do you have any like YouTube videos or Instagram like progress with like where that went? I have some friends, they won two people I met at Toronto, they got what is it called, the World Cosplay Summit. They won to go to Japan and represent Canada, so that's something I'm gonna work towards too in the future. They've been cosplay for quite a few years. They make some incredible outfits. So, you know, I love cosplay. I've been doing it for years. You know, kind of very on and off, trying to go beyond it being a hobby. You know, I really do love this. I want to be a self-employed artist. So this is me finally having a room and a shop to do things in. So I really hope to make some magic this winter. It's so exciting. Oh my god. Well, good luck. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see streams in the build. Yeah. Job. Come on, this is always like us, you know. Everyone's gonna have to rush last second with their outfits, so that is so cool. You're still the first person to enter the competition with steel armor. Did you actually make steel armor? You didn't do anything with foam? I hope you guys can hear me okay from this distance. My noise gate should only pick up my phone. Wow, that's incredible. You deserve to win. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Well, where did you get all your metal skills from? Was it from doing like workshops at high school and stuff? My friends were in the metal shop department, and wood shop. I just could not be there. I do like my own things. I can't just go in there and grab a welder. It's scary. And I'm flammable, okay? I don't like it. There are so many perks to being able to actually, solder and melt your own metal, craft and forge. I know someone who has a real forge. They're so funny. Yeah, I'm just showing everyone like my Mirko outfit that I did there was the very first time I worked with any foam. It's definitely been like a challenge in its way, but I've got the handle on it, so it's not too bad. It can't be as bad as Play-Doh ever. Or like people when they do clay forms and stuff. I did a little bit of that in high school, and clay was so annoying to work with. You always needed like this freaking blowtorch to like get it warm, but you always end up over boiling it and cooking it and just destroy it anyway. It's so annoying. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is like I threw my outfit in the wash and it bled through it all, so I literally have to make a new one. A whole new outfit with different fabrics so that I don't have a purple bleeding issue. I'm reconstructing the feet because I broke them and I painted them horribly. A nice professional job, better done. And once you do something once and do it again, it comes out so much better. We finally got some pieces to get my airbrush working, so I'm excited to, paint this a whole new way as well. Super exciting. I'm gonna read your message. Hold on. Princeton's gonna be my first full steel build. Oh my god. Oh wow, that's amazing. Do you know, you must have heard of the Nerd Forge on YouTube then, because I think she made full metal outfits as well. Or full outfits out of steel or some parts like that. And that's very cool. How did that? That is such a hard skill. That's such an art and craft in itself. Like not so much of the craft, but it literally is like artistry. I was just talking about that last night with Felix, is that like we're talking about old wine back in the day and mead and stuff, and there are courses for people to actually know what they had in the olden days, like Vikings and everything with history, everything that they drank and had, and like knowing how to recreate it in our day to day, so we knew what it actually tasted like. But like us gamers, cosplayers know all about it from Skyrim and all these things, and like in school they really just hardly ever talk about the topic, you know? I've seen her forge, but I've only ever seen her do leather. Okay, yeah, I know for sure there was leather, but I thought she did make an armor with steel, but it might have been leather, and I was just confusing it with that, because that was like the most organic form of armor, like cosplaying I was, like I saw at the time, so. Yeah, I might have gotten the two confused, sorry. I don't want to get my info wrong, but I love to talk about it. Oh, you may have missed it. She did a leather set painted silver. Ooh. Well, I know, like, a friend of mine gave me a, he said, angel paints. I think that's what the website is called. I'm gonna look it up here. I saved it. Angelus Paints. You can paint leather with these, and I am going to buy their starter or like their basic set for some brown because I have this leather. Not real leather, right? For me, I'm using, yeah, I'm using like pleather. I need to make emeralds from Ruby, and she's got her new outfit, and I'm working on that right now. And this was kind of like my test fail, but I know how I'm gonna do it a lot better. But the leather is not the right color. This is like a, I guess if you look at this, this is kind of like a wine purple. This is literally what this looks like. I know on the camera it's coming up a little more burgundy, but no, it's got this huge purple plum hue to it. I hate it, so I was just testing it to see how well my machine would work with putting it together. And I want to make it brown. It just needs to be dark brown, that's it. Your air is set because you can't dye leather white. Yes, so how did it work? Like, how is the Angelus paints? Like, my one friend said, gave me a little bit of information, but I really want to know a lot more. Can I wash my outfit after? Do I have to hand wash it? Will it bleed into my other colors? Because I need brown to be with white. And that sucks, you know? And do I need to paint, like, cut all my pieces out that I know I need? Paint them first, let them dry, and then sew and work with them? Or should I paint them after? I'm just so scared I'm gonna get the white hit with the dye, you know? So this is the next project that I'm doing. So I just want to know, with your experience using it, what it's like, or what it has been like. And I'm gonna go get some more coffee. I'll be Oh, hi. Thank you for waiting. So I'm still just cutting my pieces from way over there. Okay, let me read what you said. Oh, you airbrush it on. I was thinking of like straight up hand painting it on, but yeah, I can airbrush it too. 2-3 coats. It's effectively an acrylic paint, so it might chip or break. But it won't bleed like a dye. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to try and test it out. But I don't want it to crack. This is why I think my friend, she hand painted it on, but I don't know if she did it with a brush and stuff. Hey! Yay! I'm happy you're enjoying the stream. Ciao! Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so let me keep cutting. I'm almost done. Okay, bone can straight up be pain to cut. Straight cuts, not a fucking problem. All these other little cuts, issues. so I cut all the pieces. Okay, but because I have 8mm foam, cutting them all in half so that I have them doubled, mirrored, the other foot already done, ready to go. And I just have to label them and then do the little scores, and then I will come on this side. Well, I could do the scores here on this side of the room, but I will show you me gluing them all together after, and I'll do them on this side. It should be relatively safe. My mouse and keyboard should not be a hazard with the contact cement. Hopefully. Done. Okay, I'll be back. One thing I really need to buy is a Dremel. I really need to buy this. But getting a Dremel set is not too expensive on Amazon. Everywhere else I have physically been, like shopping wise, retail, it's very expensive to buy a Dremel set, or like a good one. Like a Princess Auto, it was like $250. And on Amazon, it's $100 for like the Dremel brand. So that's what I'm gonna do. Cozy cut out. Super easy. Like the little tips. Okay, so always with your phone, very important to save your phone pieces. Okay. Ooh! Oh my god, that's so epic! Collecticon. I have never heard of that. That is amazing. Exactly what you're looking for. I'm sure it'll all be there. All those legendary things, like that one unique card you're missing that's been on eBay only 2 times in a year, you know.
Hi, Suaren.
Honestly, that's gonna be epic. You need to sing and highlight that stream you do, okay? You should definitely stream on location. Wow, these are coming out so much better than last time. It was such a good idea to save how I was going to cut these to get them to that 4mm length. I'm gonna definitely buy another 8mm slice of foam. I bought it from True North Cosplay in Toronto. So for us Canada people who need supplies, they're great. Now, they're a pain in the ass for shipping though. I had a horrible experience with them on that. I could explain a little bit more on like maybe an Instagram post with it. But yeah, I really love like their prices and values for selling their individual foams. When you buy their like bundle set though, you have like a half a meter more in all the foams. So all their bundles sold out by this summer. Obviously they're gonna restock. And when they do, I'm gonna probably end up buying 2 of those, honestly. They give you a whole bunch of foam for 1 meter by 1.5 meters, and that's huge. Like that's the size of this entire square on the floor. That's massive. You can get a lot done. So I mean, I got my foam armor done for my Kana cosplay and this Mirko one, all in just this 1 meter so far. So that's pretty damn good. I would get quite a bit done with 1.5 meters. And I'll definitely have enough for my Loba and my Lifeline. And the sizes they give are really, really good. Ooh, I cut this one like here. Yeah, I got this mirror to help me when I'm like crafting and I'm bored. I can literally like look up and still watch TV. That helps me if I miss any messages to catch up with them. And still think it's a great idea. But I for sure still need a second camera so that people can see what I'm doing over here on the crafting side. So this is the best I can do. My whole stream setup is like perfect for when I'm gaming. Things come out really, really well. Yeah, I really freaking need a Dremel, man. Game changer. What's going on? I hope we're watching some funny TV or some funny YouTube. Honestly, just to get my mood up, I watch bloopers. I watch fails because they get all the pain out. They're so awesome. I'll send you guys a YouTube clip later. So because I was at the Anime North in Toronto there, and I wanted to compete in their competition, and they recorded the whole thing, so you guys will see me in my Mirko outfit on there. So I'll put that up soon. But wow, was I ever nervous? I pretty much did a walk on and a walk off. And the guy didn't even finish what I wrote down for him to say by the time I woke up and screamed on stage. So I've been on stage many, many times, but I really had like nothing planned for Mirko. I just wanted a judging competition to be done. And yeah, that was like freaking hilarious. I embarrassed myself the most, but you know what? For people who are shy to be on stage, I did a great job. And that's what I always think about. Like when people are scared to go on stage and perform, it's you're doing better than the person sitting in the chair, you know? Because the people in the chair are too scared to be where you are. So whatever you do is freaking amazing. So don't ever be scared of being on stage. They're jealous that you're there. Everyone's like in such a comical mood anyway, you know, like everyone is so excited to see what everyone's made. I really don't think people like judge to the hell on earth, you know, like we're already such critics of our own work that someone saying this or that is just, it means nothing. It means nothing, it's okay. People are sitting there with, you know, bot costumes or, you know, they're just scared. You know, but everyone is always so welcoming. It's so exciting when they see like their favorite character walk on stage. Like with me, like I'm a very big crowd pleaser. So when I was Mirko, I was really caught up in the whole thing of just like, you know how they pretty much make it like a celebrity show anyway in the anime? You know, like I'm supposed to be number 3 hero and have a reputation and I gotta get my rep up or like do this and do that, you know. Going up on stage was pretty much like the exact same thing in the anime. I'm like, hey, pop style, what's up? And then I'm like, everybody cheer, and everyone's like, woo! And it's like, oh my god, it works. It's so much fun to do it. I love doing that. I just love giving such a good time on stage. Sometimes like being nervous and the jitters though, I say super stupid shit, so I'm like really happy I'm never really up there to like MC for a whole day, but it's really not hard to do. It's like you get so comfortable with it so fast. And like at Anime North, like I guess a little bit was cringe because it because of COVID, it just killed everyone's energy so bad. And I guess everyone was a little heated to be there because it was so expensive to be there for a whole weekend that pretty much felt like 2 days. Like of course the people who run it are like stressed to make sure that they always give a good time to everyone for like a huge event with so many things going on, but it kind of really felt just overpriced, you know, just kind of overpriced, used and abused for like the whole community, you know, the whole community fun aspect of it. And I guess I can't really say much because I don't really go to that convention often, but because I will be now in the future, it'll be one of my home cons to really go to living in Quebec here, since it's right next door. I still have to like sit down and give a big feedback for it to kind of like help them up for next year, because I think it was a little plain, a little flat. I think there was like a lot of other things that they could have done better, done differently, but we'll see. You know, usually when you complain like a Karen, you don't get a whole lot. But on my bus ride back, it was so bad. Oh my god, guys. My bus ride back, it was a rainy day, and the bus was leaking on the top deck. And I was getting poured on and dripped on for the entire 8-hour ride. Sick after because of that. Because you're cold, you're drenched, and like the best thing I ever did, like going to my girlfriend's place, was bringing my own towels, because I knew for a fact we wouldn't have enough, and she like doesn't have a place to do her own laundry in the unit, right? You always have to do an apartment unit laundry. So it was like, thank goodness you brought your own towels, because I didn't have any for you. So we both stayed comfortable, and thank goodness I had my towels packed not in the big suitcase, but in my little bags, because that's what I literally had to wrap myself and get dripped on the entire bus ride. And so I complained about it afterwards when I was given a survey, and I emailed them directly, and like I literally showed them videos. I took videos of the water pouring on us when the bus would turn. It was like literally, it was awful. This dude on the other side was like shell shocked. He ran to another chair, but it wasn't going to change anything because they were all doing that on like the aisle, like the chair was close to the aisle. It was so bad. This girl beside me was just like, she felt so bad for me, and I'm just sitting there miserable like this, trying to like keep my head away from the drips while it was going like that. And I got a free ride for next year, so the suffering was enough for this. But if I didn't get anything, God help me, Karen, I'd be all over it. Oh my God. Happy that I just have a lot less to have to cut, you know? I don't know if I'm gonna cut this very well. It is super, super warm. Did we get another follow? Oh my God, thank you so much. How are you, Prince Warren? Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. After you're here, say hi. I'm sorry I missed it. Okay, it is time to glue the pieces together. So, I'm gonna put all the toesies away. And show you, be a little more entertaining, be a little more excited. Yeah, playing Fable 2 was fun last night. We were doing the arena, and you have to get these excitement points, and my excitement points drastically disappeared when finding the stupid troll in the end. The time to beat was 1:50, and it took me, how long did it take me? It took me 8 minutes. It took me 8 minutes to kill the damn thing, because like when you're hit and you're a ragdoll, you literally go flying, you know? Yeah, highly recommend the Twitch competition. If you get the final 20, they pay you for the travel. Oh, no way. And assistance? Oh, yeah. Dude, you have no idea what I saw TwitchCon in England, and one of my friend Nem's Odyssey, he also streams, went. I was messaging him like, I'm so jealous, like, how dare you be there? You know what I mean? But, oh my god, that's so epic. Oh my god, that is such a boost. Wow, to go anywhere, you know? Oh, that is freaking awesome. That is so exciting. Vacation and the best con trip in one. Yes! Thank you for telling me. I will see you at TwitchCon one day. One damn day soon. Hopefully, it'll just be in this next year. I really hope so. I'll look up everything gotta do to get to do it, you know, but yes, for sure, the outfits that I'll have this year, I'll be ready for TwitchCon next year. Yes! Excited! Way to pump me up, man! Oh my god! Okay. Let me bring the pieces here. I have another piece of foam that I need to fit. This little set of armor. The gold came out okay. I love it. I love how I got like the Velcro in here to go around like my arms. That's where they're supposed to go. And these bracelets worked out really well too. I mean, we spray painted them, they're okay. I mean, they creased quite a bit. But I do want to remake these. And I want to Dremel them because these edges are literally so hard and just like so funny to look at. But I would really like to try the gold paint with my airbrush on this one. So the Europeans have been in Berlin, Amsterdam. The next one is Paris. Yes! Paris! Yes! I'm gonna know my friend! I am so happy to hear that it's Paris next. I have been waiting to go. We will make this a 2-week trip. Like, we will go for the TwitchCon, and then we will stay extra at an Airbnb and go to the Palace of Versailles. This has been a place on my bucket list I have dreamed of going to. And France has some nice-ass old castles. Like, you know, not as old as England castles that are, you know, crumbling and all full of moss and mold and things like that. But that is awesome. But you can only enter the European ones if you live in Europe. Oh, yeah? Oh, no. Okay, well, whatever. I'll gain a reputation and be invited. Haha. That would be nice. But we'll see. Okay, let me go bring those pieces. Cut in half for your pleasure. In perfect 4mm slices. That's pretty damn good, huh? Not too bad. Some of them are a little wobbly. The first ones were worse. Oh no, well, like, some of the castles that I saw, like, online, you know, like, looking at the 10 top visited to see, they were in a lot better condition than the English ones. And I'm not saying, like, I didn't want to see them, it's just, if I'm gonna go to that area, I want to see castles in that area. I wouldn't want to just go to England to see their castles there, because my primary visit would be the Palace of Versailles. But, I was, like, I guess, like, I was just comparing that in my mind, the way I see, oh my god, did I just get here? Oh, thank you so much! Wow! That's amazing! Thank you so much! That's gonna go towards the camera goal, so that's gonna sit there, and that's gonna wait until we're ready to buy a new device. Thank you so much! Wow, I really appreciate that. It's been so long since I've been gifted, so that means a whole lot to me. Yo, what's up, Grammar? What up? Oh, was that you? Man, what? I guess that's payback for the pizza. Let me tell you. Thank you so much. Wow. How are you doing? So, if you hadn't seen it already, I have like the French translation of someone who talks after, or like accent, you know. So we just cut our pieces here, and I'm going to score them and glue them in front of everybody. But I want to put something down for my game map because I know for sure I'm gonna touch something and be upset if I ruin it. So. Nice long plastic bag will do awesome. Yes, okay, well, what I was talking about with the English castles is that in my mind, I just see them as old, rotting green and gray and like beautiful with this rustic look. Some is probably updated, you know, kept well, so on and so forth. I know not all of them are, but when you're like, I've seen some old castles my friend has physically visited to because he lived in England for a few years, were old and rustic and beautiful like this. Yeah, they're just from images that I've seen. Not that they totally would not be the same, but for what they have ready for tourists and what they don't have ready for tourists is kind of the difference in what I saw. Been here for a while, man. How's it going? How's it going, bro? My whole setup is not really designed for some proper in-depth, like, get close and see me doing things kind of thing. I need another camera for that, so thank you so much for your donation on that, because that's what we're gonna get. I'm so happy. Thank you. But yeah, we have to, like, in the tutorial I did, you have to score the edges to get them like flat and riveted. Oh, you can see it if it's lined up against my hair. See? So that is what I'm creating. We don't want flat edges, we want them rounded like this. What I had created with these guys, this becomes kind of like that final look. I'm very excited to paint them pearl white, so that will be nice. After we were gonna play some Destiny after we get some hours in crafting here. We're gonna see where the game's at. And Chow still hasn't told me what I should play on there because I don't have like a lot of purchased content on it. I was thinking of doing just the good old Crucible because I should have the allowance to do that in the game. Do all these one at a time. I hope the music is still going. You know, I want to listen to some of that mojo. Turn on my AC because it's getting warm in here. And that shouldn't be too loud. Oh man, working with a heat gun, something else. So when I first was making Mirko's bunny ears, I did want to use Warbler because I wanted it to be thinner than the foam that I had, right? Because I have 8mm foam working with, and that's pretty thick. So I wasn't able to work on or to get the Warbler to really work the way I wanted it to, especially it being my very first time working with it. So I kind of horribly messed them up. They got too wavy and too curly, and I really didn't want that to show underneath the fur. I've sewn fur quite a few times, so I was confident to kind of make the the outsides of the ears. The ears are on the white shelf over there. You can see them like right here. They're right there. But I've ripped them off since, and I took off how I attached them. They hurt me like hell. Let me read this here. Currency has meh, story's fun, Crucible's kind of sweaty. Oh, they added skill well, you know what that means. Skill-based matchmaking means that won't impact me since I haven't been playing too much. So maybe I'll actually, you know, have fun playing for a little bit till it readjusts my skill base. Still so much fun. The build crafting with the new light 3.0. Okay, well, this season has a pirate themed story in gear loot. Oh, pirate themed. You never touched a PvP on Destiny. That's so funny. Well, since you're getting to know me now, Hut Armories, I had a whole arsenal of Destiny 2 streams on my Twitch, and then when I moved, I didn't save each one as a highlight, so they've all been deleted since, which sucks, but I have some of them saved and some of those clips. But I was literally streaming it every day, crazy about it every day, but it was every day when the game was at its worst point, which really burnt me out from playing it. So since then, they have seemed to finally listen and work all these things and launch all these nice, cool content stuff. So time to go back. Time to go back and check it out. If it was worth waiting for, which sucks. Like, I'm just so sad to be like have spent time wasting myself on a game that was not ready for me when it should have been, you know, or it got to a point where it made itself unready, you know. Yeah, it was the bad dark age. Yeah, but I've grown up since. We're not going to do that again. Apex will always be my place to release, though. Release and relieve, which would be really nice. I don't think I'll end up making it to Platinum by the end of this season, though. Well, maybe. I don't know. I've been having a lot of free time lately, and I have 2 days off again next week that I will put towards some Apex. But today, and some crafting, because I want to finish this suit. So actually we're getting through this very fast. I'll be able to prime these toes, and I'm going to show you guys the bodysuit. We're going to take it apart after I spent so much fucking time putting in an invisible zipper. We're going to remake the fucking suit. We're going to cut the pieces out all over again and remake it. But I don't know, maybe I should start with the leggings. Show you guys a little bit of leg. Couldn't use some of my weapons in the crucible. Oh yeah, your bow. You know, Destiny was at a point where you could just walk in and play with whatever you wanted and you wouldn't get punished for it so much. But at that horrible Dark Age point, you really had to use the meta, and that really, really, really sucked. I hope you guys can see me doing this. Maybe I should tilt this back down again, just so that you can see the little nose. You look so cute. Oh, wow. Oh my god, I can't wait to check out Armory stuff too. Wow. Cow getting ahead of me here. I really did like the kind of LED Tron look that Destiny had going on, though, with that whole last season. How do I explain it? The last season. Yeah. I really did like it. I loved all the colors. I loved the look. I was all about the vibe. But I was totally not about the trash gameplay chewing me up. Leviathan's breath in the Crucible. Oh, really? Oh, what? Leviathan's breath got banned in the Crucible? Y'all need to tell me about that. What the hell happened? No way. Oh, I don't think I needed to, Okay. You know what? We're gonna be okay. I just realized that I'm missing some cuts in quite a few of these pieces, and I told myself when they were thinner that I would make the cutout after cutting it in half because it would be easier. But I have gotten too excited and have missed that step, so. Whoa. Find that part again. I think it's back now. For a while. It's way better than what it is now. Oh, before Destiny was free to play. I don't think, like, I took a huge break from Destiny, and I don't think I was playing it, like, I was playing it when the season and Leviathan's Breath came out. I don't think I'm really recalling all the details right now properly. Anyway, who cares? We're gonna go back and play on it at the end of stream here. Go and check it out. You know what I was just so pissed about? I was just pissed off that I couldn't play Trials, you know? I was pissed that I couldn't have, like, a consistent 3-man team to go in there, to practice with, be competent on, you know? I spent so much time on it. It just made me upset, because me, I love the competitive gameplay. I love to compete. I love to go in there and shoot some bitches. I love to go in there and get rewarded with the loot. Like, that's just so cool. Like, all that swag from the hardest game mode, you know? Like, that should attract anybody who loves to complete games, you know? And it would just bother me so much that there was so much pay to play and people boosting other people because they were literally paying them that it was like, it just really felt like you were not respected as the average Joe to rank up in that game. I cut that way too shallow. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, and I just haven't gone on there very often. Yeah. Oh, nice. And I love hand cannons. I love the last word. The fact that I cannot use last word in PvP like you used to makes me so sad. I guess that's it. Like, I just really haven't spent the time to really notice the game has changed so much. And it's just so different playing on PC than console now that it's like my nostalgia didn't wake up. It's like playing Zelda the same way you always played Zelda, but it seems to be hard because it's not how you should be playing the new one. You know, the old one is not how the old one is. Kind of. Oh yeah, I love pulse rifles. I love Graviton Lance, so when I load this up, I would love to take Graviton Lance into the Crucible. And Time Worn Spire. You know it. I got a God Roll Time Worn Spire like the one I had back in the day. That won me so many games. So happy to have it back. Oh my god. That was definitely worth crying and pissing on to freaking get again, dude. When it's like Iron Banner was doing this whole thing where it's just like, oh, haven't had these guns for a while and we're remaking all of them, so, you know, when they were like light capping everything, I was wondering, like, when the hell am I gonna get a new one of these pulse rifles? Because they're launching out new auto rifles with new rolls and new this and that every time they're launching the Iron Banner, but I can't seem to find it. And then when it finally came out, I was like, I'm gonna grind for at least 2 of the best rolls. Oh yeah, using Rat King. I've never gotten Rat King still. And the new Iron Banner mode. I know, Chow keeps talking about this new Iron Banner mode. Like it's candy, and I'm not kidding, I'm literally so traumatized from the game that I'm really reluctant to try the new mode. Like, I'm really, really scared. I'm even just scared to go on it today. Because at some point, the PvE was getting a little exhausting for me because I was doing so much of it. Because I couldn't compete. I couldn't play any of the PvP stuff. It was, like, making me so tired. So, not what I wanted to do. Are you back from your trip now, Eggshell? You were gone for a while. You're out. The Glade. Yes. I saw that. I saw that they introduced the new method. Because, you know, I say that I saw this and you're all probably thinking, where did you see this, Castle? What do you mean you saw it? Destiny runs ads on Instagram. I really see it all this. And then sometimes when you pop up Steam, they show it. Ooh, just a lot of work. Hey. Work is good. For me, though, work is freaking horrible. They had me on a good set of hours, but now they've just upped it to 30, and I'm like, you know, I was really liking this part-time. I had 3 days off in a row instead of 2, you know? And yeah, okay, I work every day. It's 30-something hours, okay? The store is not open that long on the weekend, especially Sundays. Sundays are the short days. But who wants to come into a 12 to 5 piss-off Sunday shift for just 5 hours? And who wants to keep coming in 2 more times that week to 11 to 5 or 10 to 5? I'd rather work 4 8-hour shifts and have 3 days off. I don't mind working the Sunday. They keep scheduling me for that. And I know that's what she needs me for. And the Saturday 9 to 5. I don't mind it. But in the middle of the week, I'm literally working 4 piss-off days of just, you know, 2 10 to 5s and then 2 more 8 hours. And it's like, I don't need that. Just give me 2 8 hours in the week and then the weekend shift. Oh, did we get raided? Did my raid alert not go off? I hope it did. Welcome! Hi! Wow! Oh, the shield. What shield? Zanara! Hi! It's been so long! Wow! Welcome! Yay!
Sanan Kato.
I love it! How's everyone doing? Wow, I haven't seen Zanara in so long! I haven't been on too often, that's why. I see everyone in the shadows. I give all my support where I can. Yeah, I have. Oh, I love it. Hold on. I have a raid alert thingy. I think I just type it in. I think I did it like this. Yeah, there we go. Yes, those were what I made sure I did not delete. Oh, I love it. Yay. Yeah, I'm amazing. Oh, I'm amazing. I've been busy. Done a lot of things this summer. You know, I work at a fabric place now to kind of encourage me to get a rebate on half the supplies, you know, to make cosplays. Want to do more crafting streams and crafting of cosplays in general, because there's a whole lot of things to come this year, you know. And winter's going to be nice and slow to catch up in all of it. So right now we're just remaking this costume because it got ruined in the wash. The purple that you see on me in the last picture, okay, I had to dye it. I had to dye that purple to be a little bit darker because it was a little too light, like a lilac. So I dyed it darker, and I guess we just didn't rinse it out enough or put salt or vinegar or whatever to set dye properly. And it bled into the white. So I have a lavender fucking suit now instead of a white one. I'm gonna remake the whole damn thing. So I want to cut all the parts and pieces for the fabric soon after I get all these guys sanded, prepped, and primed. Yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful. Some artwork. What kind of artwork? Are we talking about digital artwork? Yeah, it's super sucky that I have to remake the whole suit. But it was good for a YouTube video, so... You know what? I'm gonna pull up this video right now, if everyone's here. Well, if everyone's here. Of course everyone's here. Okay, let me show you guys. It's literally ultimate cringe. Okay, I want to see... So where did they give it to me? Let me go find out where it is. Because they said if I DM'd them that they would send me just the little clip portion that I needed or wanted. So. Here we go. So it's on a Google Drive. Okay, that's fine. You know what? I got it here. I'm so shy to show everybody. Okay, here. This is it. Oh, I can download it. Download anyway. So I'll download this and then I'll put it onto the actual media file to play. You guys should hear it.
Entry number 28.
I'm so nervous. This was like, because I literally just did some piss ass walk on and walk off, but it was just hilarious. Okay.
Journeyman. Castles crumble. This is Castles Crumble. On Instagram, anyway. For the first time, building an entire cosplay to show off in the masquerade. Her character is Mirko from the anime My Hero Academia. She showed up a few times in anime series season 5. There'll be more coming in season 6.
I screamed, and he was all like, "The fuck?" And I needed him to say, and I walk off on stage already.
So much. Don't be shy to ask for photos and videos of Castles Crumble.
And I used it as like a way to promo myself. I was so pissed they said my name. I was like, what the hell? I wanted it to stay as my character name, you know, because everyone else did. Everyone else behind me in Artisan and Masters got to have their names just as like their cosplay names or whatever. So I'm so pissed they said my name. What the hell? Yeah. So that was my little walk on and walk off. It's available on YouTube if you look at Anime North 2022 Masquerade. It is there. I am within the ending portions of Journeyman. I got a little achievements, you know. I feel so proud of myself. I got a little ribbon. And I did get like a little plaque for honored for excellence in ears, because my ears stayed on. They didn't fall off. And they look pretty good. They look good, and that is what we're gonna remake. For them. I literally painted them on the Megabus on the way to Toronto. Painted them with alcohol paint and some blush, makeup blush. Literally, I use the blush for the pink. But, so, I mean, I want to remake them again. Definitely using less black, I want to use gray, but now that I have my airbrush machine, I'm going to airbrush the acrylic on that instead. Pretty much. So I had them, like, clipped on with little hair clips attached to my wig, and it hurt so freaking much. Literally, that stuff was pulling in my head all day on top of the wig. And I was so stupid. I was like, I've literally watched a YouTube video before with someone making like prongs coming out instead so that I could hook them into the wig. And I'm like, wow. And I think I'm going to make these just a little bit smaller because the fur makes them come out so freaking thick. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use a headband next time. The metal headbands I had were so thin under my wind. Someone told me to use a Warbler as a headband, and I can make something where I can like click into the headband under the wig. So I'm gonna have to tackle quite a few things and try it out on here. But yeah, pretty much That's the deal, and like the wig is right here. Insanely proud of my outfit. That was the very first time to just like compete for fun. And these numbers, I swear, follow my life around. Okay, number 28, huge problem for me. 28, so many things. My ex was involved, teeth, the number of a sweater I lost, all these things. Number 28 follows me around like crazy. And then number 7 is my lucky 7. That follows me around like crazy. We won a poker game, or like a gambling game or something like that. And then we landed on red 7, and we made like $60 on this number when this dude was teaching us how to play on the machine. We hit 7 on there because of me, and it won. And we're like, what? And of course, it's my birthday, so lands often throughout the year. It's a good, clean number. But yeah, you know how you have like numbers that follow you around, you know? It's like, what? You're so confused by them. You're like, why are you creeping me like this? You know? So yeah, I'm happy I got to show you guys that. Thank you so much. It's been one of my biggest achievements. It puts the biggest smile on my face. Like, I feel like me. This is me, you know? So after I recreate this outfit, I'm going to do a stream. Like, obviously I'm going to stream me creating it. So only the time I put into it is the time that I'll stream. Because I'm relaxed to making this. I've already made it before. I know how I'm going to make it. So it's a perfect thing to kind of just like show. And once I do, I did take photography in college. It was a part of our makeup courses. So I will copyright, teach you guys everything I learned from college, because I don't give a fuck, and that place is horrible and so expensive. I will teach you guys the knowledge that I learned for, you know, taking photos and stuff. I have this huge space in the area to show you guys taking the photos. I'm going to be teaching Felix how to take my photos because he's very, very jealous of his woman. So he said he wants to be the photographer, you know, because he didn't like anyone else taking photos of me. So he will take photos of me in this Mirko outfit. We're going to make them sexy. We're going to make them fun. And it's going to boost our relationship. And you guys are going to love the results. So as far as photo editing goes, I have changed on so many computers in you know, the last 10 years that basic Photoshop, like contrast, color, this and that, used to be, you know, so easy and cheap back in the day and good. And now all these free programs that deals with your photos when you upload them are just shit. And I refuse to pay for Adobe Photoshop. I don't think that that's fair, you know. Oh, you're the 7th of March. I'm the 7th of November. I'm a Scorpio. Cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. And my youngest brother was born in March. He's the 30th. I love that. Oh, you had a company in photography and videography. Let me guess. You did a lot of weddings, right? You gotta tell me. Oh, you told me you were drawing a VTuber avatar digital art. Oh my god, I really can't wait. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Digital art. This is what I want to buy. I want to buy the tablet that Rostraw has on YouTube. And I want to attach it to my whole computer setup here because I totally could, pretty much. And I could just, you know, do some drawing streams because I know when children come out of my body, okay? My babies, when they're born, my kids will want to be like a graphic designer or this or want to draw or something like that. And I just want to have all the tools for all the hobbies and we can always do them together. You know what I mean? And if our kids want to go to digital art school or something like that, it's paid, it's done. They're going to go, they're going to do this for their life if they really want to. You know what I mean? And we're just going to all have our dream jobs, hopefully. It's a huge ambition, but, you know, that's why we're working so hard now to kind of settle that in, you know. Your dog is Scorpio? Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people in my personal life on the 11th of November. Sorry, but, yay, we can all say happy birthday to each other when it comes in November. When I go on streams and say, it's my birthday, I get subs, and I'm like, yay! I can watch you guys for a month as a treat, you know. Oh, you refused to do weddings. You did too. Most of your work was an event in model photography. That's awesome. Model photography is big, you know, like, all companies and brands need photos for their promos, products, you know, just something to show when doing a billboard or something like that. So photo goes a long way. And that's what we love. And you can avoid so much copyright when you do your own photos, right? So, and if the gadgets are so expensive, better than paying a port bill. That's for damn sure. Okay, so I'm just getting all these pieces here, having another sip of coffee, and then I'm going to glue these together, and then I'll have to heat shape them a bit before priming them with Flex Bond. Forgot the name of that for a second. And I have to think of, I need to find a brush for painting on the Flex Bond. And I don't think I have makeup brushes. I'll have to sacrifice one of these little assholes. Again. I don't want to, but I think I'm gonna have to. Okay. So, what did I do here? I'm seeing chats come up, but I don't see them up here. Oh, Chow's playing D2. Okay, he's already on it. We'll catch up with you soon. Okay, so DN this attached to this, and that, and then that. My edges are super rough this time. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, go get that food. We've been streaming 2.5 hours. Actually, in 2.5 hours, I've been the most productive than I ever was starting this outfit, so. I am starting to think that I really messed up the cuts for these, but gotta commit. So, kind of scared of this ketchup tube. Come on, my last one was dried out. Bottle I had it in was pretty damn big. And I was not very good with using its to dispute pieces. But everything's on the plastic. Wow, it was very good that I got the plastic. Okay, everything's on it. And put it on the table. Yeah, dispenses, sorry. Bottle dispenser. Yeah, before it was not pretty how all of this came out. I think next time I will keep it in the ounce jar that it is. This is really good for like bigger pieces to kind of prep the contact glue like this. You've ordered and then do the last two. Maybe not. I don't know. I was able to get them at the same time. But using a popsicle stick to brush these on, it's really nice. It's actually really easy to do. So, have fun to you too. I'm so happy we both popped by to say hi. And I got to learn something more and new about you both. Oh, I think you guys are in England, the UK, and it is quite the afternoon time over there for you right now. So, yes, it gets sticky on your fingers, contact cement, but really not that bad. There's just like nothing to really rub them off of. So you want to kind of like smear them off things. Something like that. So, I'm ready to attach my pieces. And you pretty much just line your edges. Line your edges, put them together. Kind of like putting, both hands on each side is going to be your common way to really attach all this. Okay, so I'm supposed to have this nicely smooth rounded edge. I'm not kidding. When I get a Dremel, this will look really good. But because it's on the feet, honestly, it's It's not that bad. Oh, so I prepped one side. Oh. Oh, that I didn't even prep. Okay. A lot of steps I'm missing here. It's hard to gauge when you push it out. I know it sounds dumb. You're like, well, how would be hard to gauge? You're the one giving some pressure on there to dispense. And the reason is, just can't see what's coming out. You can only feel it. And honestly, all the glue that I'm putting on this is too much. You want really just thin layers all over the place. And the worst part with contact cement is that, thank goodness we're coloring these after, because it looks so ugly. The yellow that's on here makes it look like trash. So it's very important to let your pieces dry. And I just remembered that I forgot to cut out the top pieces. Forgot to cut out the little squares that make like the red or orange things at her feet there on the toesies. I have to cut out pieces here to kind of mimic and create that same look. And I'm not going to use red. I'm going to use orange, because in both photos it's orange, white and orange, you know, like carrots. I think that that's a very cute added accent color that they did there for this anime character. If you haven't seen My Hero Academia. I'm gonna have to use some polyfill or something to put all of this out. Yeah, the way I cut these edges are not like how I had them before. Okay, but that does look a whole lot nicer. So thanks for sticking around. So that, see, this is one little toe. And in the pattern we followed, we had to create another side that went here flush. But in the end, you end up cutting through all of this to get your whole foot in like that. So alteration part 1. That piece. So we're just gonna put every toe together first before attaching the whole ensemble together. So you know what I miss playing? I miss playing PC Minecraft. I'm considering to bring like Monday to Minecraft back. when I'm streaming consistently. Checking messages, that's all. We actually, on Xbox One, reloaded up our game on Monster Hunter. And there's this part in the entire campaign where, like, I've completed and killed, like, every hard monster in this game. But then there's a clash between the worlds, right? There's a portal that happens, people fell through. And goddamn Geralt is one of these people. And the whole game franchise. And when I was first playing Monster Hunter, I never knew The Witcher. Didn't know anything about it, didn't know what they were there for, didn't know what the hell was happening with my game and having to kill this Leshen. Spent hours trying to kill this Leshen with my character. And it's a lot easier to kill it with Geralt after, but the way they put their buttons everywhere versus playing it on... What have we been playing it on? We've actually been playing it on PlayStation. Okay? And, I swear, been having a full heart attack playing that game. And, playing on PlayStation has been easy, pretty much finished Witcher 3. And we're obsessed. We totally love it. And, problem we came to in Monster Hunter, yeah, none of the buttons match or really go the way we want them to. Or, you know, doesn't move around the character the way we want them to. And, I don't... What happened to my numbers here? It's not supposed to be 5. 6. So we loaded it up to try to do it again. Because Felix has been playing Witcher with me. Still can't do it. It's really awful. Putting some of this glue down. Steps and edges. That stuck to me. Anyway, there is a Monster Hunter outfit that I want to do too. Dark Souls and Monster Hunter. And that will probably happen more like later next year into 2022. That'll probably start bleeding into year 2024 pretty much. And yeah, because this year I really want to do that Loba and Lifeline outfit. Go to TwitchCon. I might skip out on Anime North, to be honest. Doing that. Oh. And I definitely want to do the home conventions here. I want to do Montreal Comic Con because it was like a huge hit, and there's lots of people I know who will be going to it that I met this last year there. And I just, man, I FOMO'd so hard, fear of missing out. Missed out on everything that happened. And a Talkathon. Apparently I can really enjoy that convention as just like a lobby con from someone that I spoke to who was motivating me and had no idea that I didn't really need the motivation. Sweet. I just wanted the information, you know? And yeah, that was something new that I learned that I could enjoy that convention free, and that I would be allowed inside to go pee-pee. Go pee and pee-pee. Because when you go to a convention and it's hot outside, you don't want to stay outside in the summer heat all day. What the hell is that? You know? Though I have no good advice to take contact cement off the fingers, but maybe acetone, like nail polish remover, will help melt it. Acetone kills anything. When in doubt, I'll definitely have to use my heat gun to shape some of these. A little longer on that piece. Oops. Sorry. If it's getting dark, I can, I'll open up. It's super bright earlier. Turn on the lights here. First time ever really doing a day stream. Always done my night little gaming streams. So the way that some of these are bent and angled, this was made from a peppercorn file, and they're pretty much been calculated to make their perfect bends and attached together, followed and cut them right. Definitely gonna have to use some quick seal. These are gonna need some help. There we go. So that's the other toe, right? First toe, other toe. One's bigger than the other, so I can never really tell which one's supposed to be the big toe or the little toe when you're attaching them together. Hey, Oil, how's it going? Thanks for joining my crafted stream. We'll get those together like this. Be together like that, if you guys can see it. We'll glue them all together individually. And then this one like this. Edges don't really bother me so much because, you know, they kind of have this crease look to them so far already. So let's go ahead and glue those. And they'll be sealed, though there won't be any holes. Okay, and then we'll have the next bit to do. Anything can be done. If humans made it, or humans can make it. The curtain. Wow. What's going on? Hell yeah, it's been some time. Yeah, I mean, it's the same old. I've been saying over and over. I've just, I've been busy. I am trying to enroll in French school, so that's still happening for all of those who listened to me ages ago complaining about it. Trying to get financing to be financed to go to school to learn the language so that I can work here and live here. Because they have these programs available. They just make them very freaking hard to get, so very hard to find. So, still working on this. And, yeah, I mean, I have a job. It would make my job easier. However, I did apply to Scotiabank, everyone, to work online and at home over the phone. I called canceling like a Visa premium because it was just getting expensive to try to pay my bill and pay this freaking insurance premium that I'm not going to sit around and wait for it to happen again because I already missed the last claim from being laid off. Apparently, could have paid off 20% of my freaking credit card if I filed a claim that, you know, I was on EI. The things you don't know in our youth, right? So, I was canceling it, and the girl there was like, well, apply to Scotia. Like, we need people to work all the time. So I've sent an application. It's taking time, but she said that no matter what, it will be answered. And it's a great place to work. So, if you can't beat the enemy, join them. Yeah. So, I'm living in Quebec, Montreal area, where I am, living in the ghetto. It sucks here. It makes us sick all the time. We're convinced that the water is just not good in this apartment. Like, you know, our landlords are not very good. Nice landlord. What landlord is a good landlord, you know? I'm gonna say they're all shit until someone says my landlord's good, and then I'll just be like, hey, 1 out of 50, 1 out of the whole world so far, your landlord is good, and we'll keep it like that. And that's how we're gonna tally everybody right now. But every landlord sucks. They're all greedy. They all have this money and properties from parents of their past, or some of them are really nice. Like, some people we know have actually really worked for the properties that they have, you know, and unfortunate things have happened, like a flood or storm that's kind of ruined them right now. That is awful, you know. So, yeah, to be here, to live functionally, learning the language, super good. Learning French would be very helpful. It would just help me not think so hard at work, you know? Because, like, think about it. Math is already hard as it is. Yeah, they speak French here. Quebecois French. So, the history of Quebec here is when the natives were here. They had the land. And England was migrating and taking over the world. France was migrating and taking over the world, too. And they came to the eastern coast here of North America, right? So the English landed a little lower, what we know as America now, you know, the New York area, and then same with the French landing on the top end. And natives are picking their sides of the new men who's come to the land that follows, and the French, you know, were here fighting on their side, you know, taking on the Canadian border, you know, that's been split up. There were huge fights between the English and the French, obviously being here, right, and them in their previous wars. And long story short, the French that was here was getting into another territory war, and pretty much the France themselves pretty much just abandoned them, and they had to fight for their own, or what they could here, and they're like, we cannot believe our homeland just abandoned us, and we're like, screw this, so we are gonna stay and become a part of the new people of the new French here, which is why their French sounds a whole lot different than France French, you know? And pretty much, long story short, what happened to them here and why Canada has our second language being French. And I wish Canada would respect that much more, but Canada doesn't seem to really respect a lot of things like America does. You know, America doesn't respect a lot of things for their people and stuff. So because there's just a lot of inconsistencies with the, you know, with the country being bilingual, you know. And the western side doesn't speak any French at all. It's only strictly here on the eastern side. You know, they've really worked hard to keep that a part of what it is. But, you know, if Canada says, hey, we're a bilingual country, the entire country needs to be bilingual. The entire country needs to respect not just like the 20% on this end. And then the rest of the 80% could just fuck off and do whatever they want, you know? So, I don't know, there's a lot of divide and a lot of things here. Of course, we all don't agree with all our own individual governments and what they do, but that's Canada's story in a quick nut for you. There we go, look at that. So them toes are coming together. These toes. That looks pretty good. They're all very close together. But when we heat treat it and when we paint it, I'll give some nice like definition between the toes as we go. So far these are working very well, skipping the middle pieces. It beats having to cut it completely. But I will have to cut the tops here and add like a layer of orange 2mm foam underneath. So there we go. So a nice toe slip we have built together now. I'm definitely going to do quick seal to smoothen these and get them to connect well. But literally when this contact cement connects to itself with the foam, it is so strong. It is so super strong and I love it. History's crazy, right? Oh, I know. Yeah, no, that's true. Thanks for being here, Oil. It's great to see you. Excuse me. Very important to always map these out. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go cut the squares for those right now because I think it'll be a lot easier than having to cut it after. You can see some of these pieces are actually so cool. Okay, so these four are the top. I'm gonna go to the other side and cut out the squares for them on my cutting mat. Go. So that was easy. This is A, B, yeah. Oops, I totally skipped my step, but that was a whole lot easier to do, for sure. We do these things. Oh, you guys can see it quite clearly. Contact cement dropping down. Any new anime anyone has been watching? I've been catching up on One Punch Season 2. So I never saw it. I only ever saw the first season. People complained about the second one, and then everyone's all like, no one's ever gonna see a third, blah blah blah. And now that the third is coming out, we all have to catch up. Waiting on the next season 6 of Outlander. It was approved. We should be expecting it soon. Like maybe coming October, November. Love that TV series. Makes me emotional, makes me cry, makes me connect with people. Coming up that people are excited for in their area, you know? I know that there's Collector Con, I think Chow talked about, and Organicon, and there is gonna be TwitchCon coming up in the next year. Us here in the Quebec area, that's pretty much it for the summer. Everyone's kind of gonna get a head start on winterizing soon. We've been having crazy thunderstorms and showers and then hot sun, but right now, like, the weather has really cooled down. It just suddenly hit like it was, fall right away. So, thank you. Anyone in this lobby play any Elden Ring? I look forward to trying some Elden Ring soon. Definitely want to finish the Horizon Zero Dawn. Felix and I started. Oh yeah, and what did you think of it, Oil? Is it hard? That better be what I hear, though. I want it to be a difficult game. Scary, and I want it to be difficult. Yeah, Valorant or Siege. Yeah, people have talked to me about Valorant, and people have told me not to get into it. It's too difficult. So I think I'm just comfy on Apex. Today we're gonna go jump on some Destiny 2. So that's been a hot minute. Because apparently it's doing very well. Have you been doing any Destiny 2 lately? I saw a lot of my D2 streams. I'm so sad that they're all gone. I really should have made a better effort to like highlight and save those. They changed the way that they save videos here on Twitch, but seriously, like, they haven't changed that you can still highlight and keep them on here indefinitely if you choose to. So that should have been something I really should have paid attention and just made sure I did, because I had some really awesome streams there. Some really good funny days, some Halo days. Oh my god, OG Halo days. That Halo Legendary 2 stream was awesome. Oh yeah, you're pretty good at Valorant and Siege. That's awesome. Yeah, it feels good when you're pretty good at the game, and, you know, it can be fun. Well, it's a lot more fun, to be honest. So I've been watching the new Lord of the Rings that's come out. I almost effed up. I was wondering why those two pieces didn't really fit. Almost put up. I hear that they're making a Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, the Halo Infinite game. Okay, I won't talk about any Halo Infinite. Is there another game we were just saying there that I can spoil? No. Yeah, I've been refusing to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I still haven't beat it. There's still more Kingdom Hearts games coming out. They made it sound like that was going to be the last game we would ever see forever. And I've been refusing to see anything about it still, even though people have beat it. Because that's a treat game for me. A very big candy game for me. And I just don't want to know what happens because I want to play through it. I was doing some Kingdom Hearts walkthroughs here on my Twitch. And so far I've only got like the one video. That's stupid because I spent 2 days playing on it. Like, I should have 2 or 3 videos in that series, and I don't. This part is relatively easy to gluing in. I don't think I've spent too much time. You know, like, connecting it is easy. It's just, about getting the glue on. It's a little bit tricky. Oh, I think that was a little still too fresh. Halo 3 again for the first time. Yeah, if like everyone's memory was erased of Halo 3 and then they just came out with it brand spanking new, highest quality and everything. Oh, that would be given another 10 years of life right there. Absolutely. My friend Laxus played Halo 3 with me, said he loved it so much. Had so much fun going through that game together. We did Halo 3 ODST. I'm sure that's the one we did. Played with Eggfell a little bit on the old Halos. What Halo were we doing? Was it Halo 1? Screamed in the area, the first area, so scared. I only had my little Peter blaster. Plasma pistol. It is OP. It is true, it is OP. And like, that's what you have to use for like most of the whole game. Oh shit. I'm messing up yours. So, yeah, Context Cement gives you a little bit of forgiveness, but not too much. They remastered it, made the good. Yeah, exactly, it would be. Right? And it's not too hard to do it. All they need to do is just put some time into giving it that flesh and color and punching out for the day. Punch in, do your 8 hours, get that gun, get that game done, remade, you know? Yeah, totally. I feel like this on so many levels. There's like a YouTube fight that I got into in the comment section about Breath of the Wild, or just Zelda in general, because Zelda was relaunching, I think, Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword for the Switch, making it HD. And I got so angry because I'm like, they don't understand, like, we already all have this game, and that's not even too old of a console versus other consoles. But no one needed an HD release of Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess at all. No one freaking needed this. We already got this, you know, on, I think on the Wii. Didn't they do an HD release on the Wii already when it came out? Or something like that. Anyway, you know what my argument was? My argument was that they should have made it just the same way with their engine of Breath of the Wild as a remade Skyward Sword and a remade Twilight Princess, and they should have added more Easter eggs, or maybe made some dungeons look a little bit different, and give it a whole new life and look like how Breath of the Wild did, because they would make so much freaking money. And look at this, it's not even copyright, they already have it. You know, yeah, exactly, just like a reskin, right? They have the money to do it, and they're gonna make profits for the next 20 years because of it, you know? Like, Breath of the Wild won for the best game, I think, in 2019, 2018? No. Yeah, 2017. Ooh, I really don't remember what year it came out. Anyway, it won for best game. Like, come on, why do I need a new... This was my argument as well, like, how they did Majora's Mask and how they did Ocarina of Time on Nintendo DS, like, there was no reason to bring it to 3D DS at all. Like, that was the stupidest thing they could have done. They should have just waited for Breath of the Wild and remade those games like that. Those cult classics. You know? And at this point, like, I'm so disappointed with what they did with it. I'd rather still play it on the N64 I have. Because that's how disappointing it was. And then this person on YouTube, like, because this is what I said, right? I voiced my opinion. I'm all like, Nintendo is literally screwing us. I am not buying this game. Because I wanted it to be a place for them to kind of read that comment and see that, right? I wrote it on the Nintendo official of their YouTube video, okay? And I left that comment there on purpose because I needed them to know that insight. I needed them to know that if they just reskinned it like that, people will buy it like crazy. And what they just relaunched was absolutely pathetic, you know? Yeah, no change to crazy mechanics. They wouldn't have to do anything. They would just have to just load up Breath of the Wild 2.0 base and then just put everything where, like, you know, remake just the areas and stuff. Remake the games, the in-game games that they had, like the bowling and the bombing bowling. That was so much fun to do, in like the arrow games, right? And make it a whole open runaround world like what they had. Be epic, you know, do a whole bunch of quests and achievements and tell you more about the game and more about the lineage and you know, how the legendary hero lived on and stuff like that, and maybe confuse a bit of their Triforce kind of like, where did they go with it? Their triangle timeline, you know? Jeez. So many things like that. But yeah, this person on YouTube was literally like, screw you, all of Zelda is amazing, and blah blah blah, they don't need to do this. And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, I can see how, like, some people won't really see another person's opinion eye to eye. I get that. We all live with that. That's the world. And then I scrolled down and looked at everything else they commented on, and they flipped out at people even praising the game. Okay, this person was a Zelda freak, but like promo freak, like they could do nothing wrong kind of thing, you know? You have like this loyalist in your corner. There's no problem. I mean, we all are. I love the Zelda franchise, but like, if they were after money, this is how you would do it. And they didn't show money or anything impressive. They just showed how stupid they were and wasting their time. So dumb. They, you know, like, you know how they celebrated one of their creators who passed away, who didn't even get to see the final game or get to know that they won best game of the year? They immortalized him in the game as a character, right? They could do this with every other game that they launch, you know? If they reskinned it all and redid everything, they, it would be amazing for the younger generations, you know? Yeah. Fuck, they could, like, put in there, hey, this person passed away too, and they get to be immortalized in this next reskin or revamp of the next Ocarina of Time, you know? And now they're a new character that maybe you interact with that's the same but a little different for the game, you know? Really, it's not hard to do. Maybe they could have changed the places where they would put the hearts and stuff, you know? Or maybe they would add extra hearts, heart containers or something to find, you know? Maybe hide some more secret underground holes in the land of Hyrule, or in the field of Hyrule, you know? Okay, so this is our second foot. Thanks, Chow, for still lurking. I really do appreciate it. Just getting on to that next step, creating these Mirko footies. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay. So I think A, you know, like obviously it would go like this, A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. But you see how these toes like curve? It makes more sense to have like this side be your bigger toe. You know what I mean? So like I think D is supposed to be the big toe. Just how that looks. Right? If I can hold these up at the right angle. That. You guys kind of see that, right? Okay, so I just need to cut the holes in this one. And I guess I could just do it with my scissors. Problem is like now I don't know if I get both sides perfectly even. Because feet can't be twins. Nope, they can't be sisters. They have to be twins. Feet have to be even. They're gonna walk. So I cut them a little. Ooh, I don't think that looks very good. Ah, it's okay. We're gonna paint over it. Okay, but I cut it at a good point. Alright, let me go get the blades. Sorry. It'll look better. Okay. So, we got both feet done. These feet. And I am going to paint them pearl. You wouldn't have the patience to make this. I'm telling you, there was a lot of patience in making this whole outfit. And the biggest trick was just doing each small piece at a time. You know? So I have the heels back there and the other... I definitely went insane making this outfit. I scored these the wrong way. This is the nice smooth edge on top, but this is the rough edge underneath. I was going to try to do them so that they would glue to their wing parts. Like, anyway, totally did them backwards. Oh well. It happens. So, just gonna glue them and quick seal them and make them smooth. That's it. These things do happen. That's so funny. I told myself I'm gonna remake this and not make all the same mistakes. But the first time I did this, I did it flawlessly. That was too much. Oh yeah, I watched the new Harry Potter, or like, I guess their newest one they launched. The Secrets of Dumbledore. And if no one wants to spoil, you're not missing out. Definitely what I have to say. I think the whole Fantastic Beasts franchise is a little flop. Floppity doppity. Biggest question is what I should do about the heel part. Because the heel part is not smooth. It's kind of like there's an extra bulked up edge to it. And really not sure how I want to do it. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut like this whole part that's here. Just gonna like cut in half at the top and just take that out so that at least there's a 4mm trim kind of going around. And I think I'm gonna sand it, make it smooth, but I'll keep this whole piece as a 8mm piece to keep its strength, to then curve it so that it can go around my heel, and this will be glued to the bottom of the flip-flop. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with this. I am the only set of brains for my operation. And I'm going to, I have to cut this twice. Oh, shit. Yep. I'm going to have to cut it twice. Because I didn't make the other heel, so right now this is only for one foot. Only attempt cutting at home. And take it slow. Very easy to cut yourself. Okay, cool. There we go. And hold it as if I had a pencil in my hand. I use my elbow to kind of turn. Go. Oh, that almost made it. Sometimes if you miss your cut, it'll be very accentuated. There you go, like this. Ta-da! Very cool. And I'm just gonna sand it, give it some detail. Yeah, people be this creative, right? Think about how they want to create something, right? Innovation. But I am following followed someone's cosplay pattern for this. I paid $12 for this pattern set for Mirko, made from another cosplayer. But the way that I followed their method to kind of create each piece, I'm just kind of altering and changing. I'm not, I am making this my own still, the same way at the end of the day. Everyone's an artist. Oh my god. And I just want to make my outfit, or this Mirko outfit I did create, inspired by someone else, that make it a little more concrete, because there are some huge parts of the feet that I complained about, and it just didn't work for me with how I wanted it to end up. If this was a cosplay to wear in the house only, it was perfect. But to go into a competition with and like wear outside in public on the pavement was a whole other story. Limited to create anything? No, 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 don't say that about yourself. Do you know why I say that? You don't want to say that about yourself. You can and are creative, because even if you're not in the like physical, putting it together kind of mindset like this, if you're still someone with that math skill or science skill, that's what we've needed to create pretty much everything in this entire world. Like architects, you know, you have to calculate how things are going to go together, blueprints, all these things that if you're better with numbers, you still need that to create things, you know? At the end of the day, like, for someone who's creative and me, like, who's not good at math, you know, I'm not a numbers focused person at all. But to kind of like create a perfect circle, or to put 2 and 2 together at the right proper angle at a 45 degree and this and that, if I cut it and it miraculously fit, it's because I miraculously hit the right numbers without really knowing it or seeing it. So most of the time, like a fluke, that's what you call a fluke, right? These happen more often than what is planned. So you just have to accept shit all the time. Just accept that sometimes shit just won't happen and won't work, so yeah. Okay, well actually, we're at 3 hours, 20 minutes. I'm close to finishing prepping, cutting, gluing these pieces together. Talking. That. Got one of these in the corner here. Always reuse your pieces. You have many pieces to have to reuse. My screen refreshes over here and it makes me think like something popped up. Oh. Yep. Have to use some quick seal. These will be glued on top for sure. They will be painted different. I guess I think it's best to go ahead and glue them all on. Glue on all these right pieces, because when I paint in the end, I'm just gonna put masking tape on it and then get it out. Or to like make sure I don't paint the wrong things, the wrong side or color, especially when I add my matte spray finish. God damn, Roxanne. Yeah, I should have really made sure I cut these before I glued them together. I knew that this was going to be hard in the 1 foot. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, Joey, there you are. You know, it was so embarrassing. Like, where's my super suit is not here today? But I was confusing him with you. Not a proud moment. I would like to admit to. It was like super dumb of me. He's all like, who's Joey? I'm like, I thought it was you. Yeah. Exactly. I was like, I'm just gonna bite into the embarrassment and accept my failure. Just said, I apologize, but I figured out why I keep saying that. How are you, man? It's funny, too, because he said he was overseas, he's fighting a war, and I'm all like, Joey, I didn't know you were doing that. I wouldn't say you were going to do that. He hates me. Where's my super who hates me now? I know it. Good. Oh, man, I'm awesome. You know, been busy. Got lots of things to do. We will be doing a bit of a Destiny stream after this, pretty soon. Yeah, we're at 3:24. And, yeah, I'm just trying to get, you know, all the right pieces I need together in creating this, already created outfit. This is gonna curl at some point. But like this. The Muddy Nuts Bento Crunchyroll. Dude, I pirate everything. If you just have the right ad blockers, I go on Mozilla and I watch everything whenever I want, all the time. So what new anime are you watching? Because I was just asking that to people and no one had a response or reply. So I'm watching One Punch Man Season 2. This for this toe cover, like that. This one like that. So to get the orange in, we're gonna hot glue. You guys can kind of see this is the progress. Ta-da! These have to be glued at the right part of those edges, like that. Toe complete. Ooh, recommended by friends. Oh yeah. Very nice. I like that. Have you watched Spy Family? This is an anime I have to watch. Everyone cosplayed, or everyone is cosplaying as Spy Family right now. I think I'm gonna make these two bigger as well. I have, but it's not on the list. Oh, Dora! Oh my god, real life, Zero in Another World? Are we talking about Zero in Another World now? I love that. I met someone in the most nicest Ekina cosplay ever. Holy crap. She's been showing like how she's made her outfit on Instagram bit by bit. I'm going to be taking a lot of tips from her and what she did because I plan to make the same outfit since I have a long white wig that I need to make profitable. Life in Another World ended good. You know, I'm also thinking to do like the lion sister character in that anime, the tiger one with the brother. Really thinking of cosplaying her. That'd be a cool, nice, sexy at-home cosplay, you know. To the rom-coms. Ooh, yeah. They are kind of a cringy genre, though. I don't know, there's some that just make me like... I can't name any at the top of my head, so don't ask. But, after watching and growing up with like That's So Raven, with like how comfortable she was being like having those awkward real life moments and just being a weirdo or just being like freaking out and just not caring. I was just so like, oh my god, I could not imagine that. There's just like, well, I have been in so many situations like that before that like, oh my god, I don't miss it. So when I see it, I'm just like, oh. I have to make another one. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh shit. Again, don't tell me. Miss Nagatoro. Okay, you know what else though? Okay, so you watched that, so I watched Fury on Ice, and some people scream, they're like, I cannot do that. And to me, I'm all like, yeah, I pushed through it. And I was like, but it was fucking amazing, so I can't wait. They have like a movie coming out, and I can't wait to watch the movie. That'll be super exciting to see. But I laughed. I laughed at myself about that, because I was just like, relatable. Yeah, I wonder why, like, what's the in it half the time, you know? All females are always half naked, but you know what, for me, I won't complain too much, like, Mirko on the screen right now, like, this is, like, pretty much a bathing suit and leggings, and for me, I appreciated it because how freaking hot the summer was, I needed an outfit that was naked. You know, but this is what sucks is like, yes, I have the limited naked outfits I can probably do, but I don't want to have to do it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's so annoying. So I want conventions to stop being in the summer so that we can all wear fully clothed anime outfits, you know? Because there's some freaking awesome ones out there. Never, like, you never have the time to get to wear them. Everything's in the freaking summer. And then you're stuck wearing it at home. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. We're gonna be playing Destiny in 20 minutes. Oh yeah. Joey, how hot a freaking outfit gets, it's not even funny. I was asked to take a picture by so many people. Okay, it took every 2 feet I took, they're like, picture. I'm like, I love this, but half of you are not even gonna get a picture back. Like these people who I took a picture with there, I had to tell them to take with my phone too, because I needed something. I needed something in this outfit. I was dying. And I always had to like put my plastic bag down, and I'm sad that I kept it so close to my feet, but oh my god. And then people complain about being stroke. Oh, it's like there's nothing except for inside that I need a badge for. So if I'm gonna die and pass out, and I don't want to pay for the weekend, you guys are gonna be the Oh, I didn't even, because I just know it's a good couple centimeters off. Draw it in by hand. I really can't wait to make my first foam cosplay gun. And I'm gonna have to do like draws and submissions from people while I'm streaming Apex to like, I guess, give me their favorite rollouts and skins of like the R301. And I'm gonna pick my RE45. I'm gonna pick mine that I like, but I want to like write down a whole bunch of different combinations, like what scope people like over what. I want to make a scope, an attachable scope that goes on my R301 with magnets, and what skin to do. So I want to do a 3D skin. I don't want to do a legendary skin, okay? Because some of them don't light up and go all cool. I want this to have a skin where I can make an LED light display on it or get LEDs inside of it. Because I have an idea with clear, transparent Warbler, not Warbler, well, yeah, the Warbler, and transparent foam, LED foam. I have huge ideas, and I cannot wait to start doing my gun build. And yeah, I just pretty much want to get like a whole bunch on there, because like my idea is to incorporate those, you know, I play with and get to see like the gun come to life, you know, and because of them or their suggestion or something like that, I created. They could be connected with me on it, and who knows? Maybe I will gift it for free to that person who wins the role, you know? Make a big show about it. And if there's some popular streamers who want a nice LED gun displayed in the background, call me. Oh, really? Oh, Joey, tell me about it. My friend is in New York right now. She's not a cosplayer. She's a fancy, beautiful woman. But she's out there going to New York because the whole benefit of us moving to the eastern side is that there are cities like here, there, up and down. You know what I mean? Like we can go anywhere. So she has gone to New York. I don't know if she flew there. She probably flew or took the train. But there's so many ways to get there and to just enjoy a massive city. And I'm so proud of her for doing it because her and I were supposed to go to Seattle. I've been to Seattle so many times, but she hasn't. And the whole point in us was to go to LA together. And that didn't end up working out either, which really, really sucks. So the fact that she's in Toronto, even with whoever, for me it was a budget thing. I would not be able to go to New York with her. So I told her, I am so sorry, but this won't work. And of course I would like to bring Felix, but it just did not work in our budget for what we wanted to do for vacation. So anyway, she's gone. And hopefully I'll be at a New York Comic Con one day too. Because that was one of my dreams, was to be in a Halo outfit at New York Comic Con. Because there's always a Halo group that shows up, right? And I wanted to be in that Halo group. Pretty much. That has been a dream of mine. I don't... this is the biggest thing with foam, man. It's like so rough. Super rough. Okay, so let's get this blue on. Let it dry. And then I'm gonna start cleaning the area. We're gonna have to glue and paint these next time. But I will prepare them for painting next time on next stream. So that should be next week. And we'll do some Destiny gaming. So I have to make the room dark. Make the room dark, change the camera setting, and turn on the lights. Turn on all my space lights. Happy to have a nice big crowd for today though, for my makers and crafts. I hope it was interesting enough for everybody. Okay, close this. Move these beautiful pieces to the other side. Foam. You always want to save this wrap foam. I have some in my keyboard. I always believe in a clear and clean workspace. This is my belief. This keeps me motivated to craft at all. On the 16th of day, 200 for 4 days? Oh, that is expensive. Oh my god. Yeah. It will take a lot of work, but it's okay, buddy. You'll see me make one. Hang on, we don't need to see the bottom of my keyboard no more, so tired of like... Hi. I'm so proud. Was